Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's look, I'm going to be doing this red and pink marbled look. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm taking my Entity 1 clear powder, and I'll have all of my stuff linked down below if you're interested in what I'm using. But I am practicing laying a thin layer of clear before putting any colored acrylic on the nail, so that if I were to go in and do a fill after this, I would have something to file down to. So I know you guys are probably wondering, what kind of hand is this? So I actually went and I ordered the Flexi Finger Flexi Hand. I ordered 2 of them, and I also ordered a stand and some tips. You can also find this on glitterplanetuk.com. But yeah, this is the Flexi Finger Hand, and I've been practicing on it for the last few days, and oh my gosh guys, I love it so much. I recommend it so much. This is a cheaper silicone hand alternative to the red iguana hand or like the Poochie's nail. This is much cheaper than all of those. I got all of that stuff for about the same price as you would get one red iguana hand. So I definitely recommend it if you guys are looking for a silicone hand. It like changes your life. The pictures, the videos, as you can see, like it looks pretty realistic. I'm actually planning on like getting some other colors so that I can have like different colored hands in my videos and stuff, because I think that'll be beneficial. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. I also have a coupon code, and so my coupon code is SnappedBySydd10. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys check out my coupon code down below so you can save 10% on your order. So I know for those of you who have been subscribed and who are like consistent with watching my videos that I post, I know you guys have been wondering where I've been, because I've been MIA for like over a month, almost 2 months now, and I am like so sorry guys, but I ended up having like a family emergency. I ended up like having to leave town for over a month, and it was just a lot. So I wasn't able to film or like upload any videos during that time. But I am back on schedule guys, so be expecting videos every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to start the marble. So I'm taking a white bead and I'm dipping it into my middle color. So I have a darker middle and a light color, and I'm just going to place it on the nail and then kind of like drag it around a little bit. That's like the best way I can explain it to you. It's more like dragging than patting. And then after that bead, I go in with a white bead in the dark color, and then I go in with a white bead in the light color. And I just kind of repeat that pattern over and over again until I get like the marbled look that I'm looking for. But if you guys are interested in knowing the colors that I'm using, the white is the Entity 1 white powder. I really like their line so far. I was a little like nervous buying it because you don't hear a lot of people say that they use that brand, but I really like it. So far I haven't had any issues. And then for the colored acrylics, those are actually all colored acrylics that I made personally. So if you guys are interested in learning how I make my colored acrylics, let me know down below and I will definitely do a video on that. So I just go in and I repeat that same step. Because this is going to be like an ombre marble, I'm only doing about like maybe 75% of the nail, and then I'm leaving the rest blank because I'm going to go in with a nude color, which you guys will see in a little bit. But yeah, you just repeat this pattern over and over and over again, and you get the marble. The nice thing about marble is that it's really forgiving. This is the second time I've done marble with acrylic, and it turned out so good. I got a lot of compliments on it, so I really like it. I think I'm gonna do a set on my own myself, like with this look, because I think it's really cute. And you can like use any color, you know, you can do blue, you can do pinks, you could do orange, any colors that you guys want to do. It's like so versatile, but I really like the marble look now. One thing you want to remember when doing this look is that you are going to have to encapsulate it in clear at the end. So as you can see, there are some points where I am patting the nail, but that's pretty much when my bead is closer to being dry, it's not as wet. And the reason I'm doing that is because you are going to have to encapsulate it. You don't want your nails to be thick, so I'm patting down the product where it needs to be, you know, like smushed down a little bit. And I'm also patting on the sides to kind of try and keep that shape, which I'm still working on shaping. My shaping is getting a lot better, as you can see. If you guys seen my first few videos, my shape was kind of off. It's getting better, but a lot of times we bulk up the shape when we apply our acrylic. It's like the way that we apply it. So I've been trying to be real cautious on how I apply my acrylic so that I'm not getting like these big fat nails. So while we're watching that, I wanted to do a little bit of an update on nail school. So when like my family emergency happened and because of COVID and everything, my graduation date got pushed out 3 or 4 months. So I'm 3 or 4 months like behind on my schedule. So my graduation date, I'm set to graduate September 29th, and I'm so ready to graduate, you guys. Like, oh my goodness. It is so hard to get up and go to school every day. Like, I'm so over nail school. But the nice thing is like, I think COVID, you know, even though it's like a terrible thing, I think it has kind of been beneficial because we were able to do like 8 weeks online. And then I was actually at school when I filmed this. And so the nice thing about it now is because I am 7 months pregnant now. Yes, guys, I'm 7 months pregnant in nail school. My due date is 2 weeks before my graduation date. Like I'm literally like running on a deadline right now, guys. But the nice thing about it is I don't feel comfortable taking clients. So I literally sit in a room upstairs like by myself all day and just do whatever I want to do, like related to nails, obviously. So the next few months you guys will be seeing a lot of videos similar to this because I just have a lot going on. I don't really have the time to like stop and film videos, so I'm going to take advantage while I'm at school to film my videos, and then when I'm at home I can kind of focus on some other things. But yeah, so I'm 2 months, almost 2 months, I'm 12 weeks, no, I'm 11 weeks away from my graduation date, and it is feeling like the longest 11 weeks of my life. Like, oh my goodness, it's so long. But you guys, like, it's so important. Nail school is really important. It's important to get licensed, you know, if you're able to do it. And since I am, like, I'm just trying to get it done. But yes, guys, it is hard. So if you guys are interested in any questions related to nail school, I've been getting a lot of questions about like the online nail school from the video I did when we were online. And so I think like a lot of people are interested in nail school. And so if you guys have any questions or anything, make sure you leave comments down below and ask me, and maybe I'll do a video or something, I don't know, answering your questions about nail school, because it is like something else, guys. And just to clarify, nail school is not hard because it's like challenging necessarily. It's hard because it's just nail school. Like, I feel like so many people just have that, like, it's just hard to get it done. It's hard to be dedicated. It's hard because you're like learning, but then you're not exactly learning like what you want to learn. So it's a little frustrating, guys, but I still would recommend going to nail school. So don't let me discourage you. Don't let my negativity stop you from going to nail school. It's important. Do it. But moving on, as you guys can see, I'm kind of taking that middle pink color and I'm feathering it up like to the part where I'm going to cover with this nude, and that is just so that the ombre, the blend, is a little bit better. So this nude is actually, I made it, but I kind of didn't. It's like two colors that I mixed together that are Mia's Secret. I think it's Perfect Tan, and I want to say it's Perfect Tan and Guilty from Mia's Secret, and I mixed it together with some clear powder to kind of stretch it, and then it gave me this color. But yeah, so I'm just gonna like place a bead and then feather it up, and yeah. One of the things specifically that I struggle with the most is the cuticle area. As you can see, like, I did my own nails, and if you can see, like, if you look at my cuticle area, I am always flooding the cuticle. Like, that is the thing I struggle with the most. So that's one of the things I like about this hand, is it is more realistic. So I'm getting used to like pulling the hand down, the finger down. As you can see, I'm angling it down, and then, you know, then the product won't flood as much. And I'm like working on the consistencies and everything of the beads. That's something like I feel like it takes a little second to get, but my cuticle, like, it's getting better on, not on myself, but on, you know, other people. And then I'm like learning how to go in and seal the cuticle and everything. Like, that's just so difficult for me. If you have any tips, please let me know, guys. Like, I need some tips. So since I'm almost done with nail school, I've been thinking a lot about like, what do I want to do when I get out in the field, like when I'm licensed and everything. And so I actually have some exciting announcements coming up. I'm working on some different things. So one of the things that I'm working on is obviously my YouTube channel. So as you guys know, I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And my goal is in August to post every day for a month. So that's my goal for August. And then in September/October, I'm not quite sure like when I'm gonna try and do it. It will probably be more October because I'm gonna be having like a baby and everything and graduating and doing all that in September. So I feel like my September is kind of full. But I am trying to open up like a online nail store where I'll be selling like different things for nail techs, and then also like some press-on nails and some different cool little things. So that is what I'm working on. I'm gonna be filming videos like about me trying to figure out like the process and everything, and like brainstorming and then kind of putting it into action, because I feel like that's beneficial. Like I feel like a lot of times people don't show you that, and I just kind of want to show you like the behind the scenes. And then I'm also working on figuring out how to do like a mobile nail salon. So that is all in my future, guys. That's all in my future. So if you guys are interested in any of that stuff, or even seeing like how I start taking clients, how I'm building clientele, working on my social media, like I want to show you guys the nails, but I also want to show you guys like the behind the scenes and the like trying to make this a career, make this a business. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned. So now I'm going to encapsulate this design with the clear, and this is the same clear that I used in the beginning. And the reason you want to do this is because if you go in with your file now, you would mess up the ombre, and you'd also file away some of that marble design. So you want to encapsulate it with a actually this layer is actually probably the thickest layer because I kept all the other layers really thin. And so I was actually trying to build out my apex with this. And that's another thing that I struggle with is my apex. I'm getting better on doing it with other people. But it's just so confusing. It's like you have to make the cuticle flush, then you need this apex, which is like this bubble, and then it needs to go back kind of like flat. It's a lot. It's kind of confusing, but the more you practice, like the easier it gets. But I always have a problem with wiping my apex bead too much, and then I always end up either moving my apex too far down the nail or completely wiping it away. One of the things I realized when I was gone for like this last month is how therapeutic nails is like therapy for me. I really enjoy doing nails, and I was like having nail withdrawals because the whole time I was out of town I didn't do nails, and it was so hard. I just wanted to do nails so bad. That was like the one thing I complained about the most, is that I couldn't do any nails. And so I'm like realizing like this is a really therapeutic thing. Like it's like art, and it gives me something to like put my mind to. It gives me something to like focus on and to like try and perfect and enjoy doing, and I can do these like fun designs and stuff. And so in the next few videos, like you guys are going to be seeing me do a lot of like cool different designs and stuff, and try and do these different things I've never done. And yeah, I just think it's like, I love nails, guys. So now I'm going to go in with my e-file, and this is a ceramic bit. I cannot think of the exact name for this bit, so I'm going to try and find it, and I'll put it down below. But yeah, I'm just going in. I'm still like not all the way sure of like what bits you're supposed to use on what. So I was trying this bit, and I'm like, as you can see, I'm trying to like seal the cuticle, whatever that means, and just kind of smooth out the nail a little bit. My application is pretty good, so for the most part I don't have like bumps and bubbles in my nails at this point, which is nice. But just kind of like, you know, smoothing over everything and getting that cuticle right. And I actually found it helpful to go a little bit faster than I normally go with this bit. And I don't know if that's just because it's a practice hand, because I know sometimes for a practice hand and for a real hand you kind of have to do different speeds for some reason. So I did end up going a little bit faster. But yeah, I just go in and I file down the nail. Now, one of the things that I have found with the flexi hand is the more that I've used it, I've probably done about like 6 or 7 sets on this hand now. And the more that I use it, the more the cuticle, like where you shove the nail in, it's kind of like opened up a little bit. So sometimes the nails do kind of slide out a little bit, but I like edit all that out so you don't really see it. It doesn't bother me that much. Like, it's not unbearable to like where I'm like, oh my gosh, this stupid nail won't stay in. And as you can see, like I'm filing and it's holding up pretty well. There were a few that fell out and that I had to like put back in, or that started to slide out and I had to put it back in. But I think that's like kind of means that you're putting a little bit too much pressure. So you just kind of have to keep in mind, like, I know with myself, when I work on my practice hands, I'm so much more rough than like when I'm with a client. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. Now I'm going in with my files. These are 80 by 80 files, and I'm just trying to kind of crisp up that shape a little bit. And then I also like to go over the nail with my file for some reason. And then I also go under the nail, because I saw like on a Young Nails video, when you're doing square, sometimes you can, like, it can look kind of rounded and you just need to like go under the nail with the file. So I was going under the nail, I was going on the side of the nail, and then you will also see me like putting the hand upright like in the client's view, and then filing like at a 90-degree angle to try and make that just make it look as crisp and as sharp as possible. Now I do kind of want to apologize for like some of the weird angles, and at some places I'm a little bit out of the camera. And this was my first time filming on my phone, and like I mentioned, I was at school, so I didn't have like my whole tripod and all that stuff. So I just had it on like a little phone tripod, and I only had 2 ways that I could put the tripod, and so I tried to put it like in the best view. So let me know how you guys like this video. Filing is a lot harder to get on camera for some reason, and I think it's just because you do kind of have to like move the hand all around and get like different angles and stuff, and you just kind of move a lot more than the rest of the process. But yeah, let me know how you guys like this style of video. I kind of like it. It's like, it's a little bit easier, it's a little bit like more chill. I kind of like talking on the voiceover. I know I'm like talking a lot, but I enjoy this. So like I said, for the next few months, these videos will be more similar to this. And then as you guys can see, I'm doing the client view and then going in with that 90-degree angle. Now I'm going to go in with these mini buffing blocks I got off on Amazon, and I'm just going to go over and buff the nail. The reason you want to do this is that it will help smooth out any of the lines that your file has caused, and so it's just important. And then it also preps it for if you're gonna like top it with gel polish or matte polish or whatever. I'd actually really recommend these buffing blocks because they are mini. You use one for one client and then obviously you throw it away, but because they're so small, you're not wasting a whole buffing block, and they're just like the perfect size, so I love them. But yeah, this is the finished result like after I filed and everything. And now I'm going to go in with my Madam Glam top coat. And you don't have to go in with the base coat if you're just going to go over it with a top coat, but if you're going to polish, then you would obviously want to do the base and then the top. So I just am going to do the top coat, and then I'm going to cure in my lamp, and I'm going to be done. Another important thing to remember is that gel polish can bulk up your shape. So when you're applying your gel polish, you want to make sure that you run your finger under the nail and then also on the sides of the nail, and that will just help to make sure that your shape stays as crisp as possible, because once you apply that top coat, you don't want to have to go back in and file it off. So just remember that. If you guys are having problems with your shape, try and check the way that you apply your acrylic, and if you guys use like gel polish, check the way that you're applying your gel polish. This is a new lamp that I'm using, so I'm not quite sure how long I cured it for because it doesn't have a timer. I just did it until I was positive that it was cured. I hope you guys enjoyed this video though. This was a really fun look to film, and also stay tuned for my next videos. Remember, I upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I have a lot of cool different looks coming up, so please be excited, stay tuned. Comment, like, subscribe, do what you gotta do, follow my social media, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.